My very first day of revenue. Hooray, hooray. I'm going to share with you what I see in YouTube after the first day of making money. Now, I haven't been paid yet, but I get the estimated revenue. I'm going to run you through enough of the analytics in case you want to monetize your channel. So, let's get started. So first of all, if you're new to my channel, well, welcome. I help you be great on Zoom. But of course, Zoom leads to confidence on video, which leads to YouTube, which hopefully leads to revenue. And that's where I am right now. Now, I'm not going to do the big reveal and keep you waiting till the end of the video so that you can then find out how much money it is that I earned. A couple of caveats here. First of all, the money doesn't get paid until I make the first $100 US, and then I won't get paid until the end of the month or anyway. It's going to be a little while, but I was very, very pleasantly surprised with just how much money I earned. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you can see I'll go over to the dashboard here, and so this is in studio.youtube.com. And if you've been following my channel for a while, then you know that I hit 1,000 subscribers on August 31. That was basically after about a month's worth, or about 4 months rather, worth of building my channel. So let me just show you that quickly. And I'm hiding the revenue. I said I wasn't going to do that. So 365 days. There we go. You can see that revenue coming up there. Okay, $21.16. We'll break that down. But you can see that basically my channel started taking off back in March. So what I'm going to show you here is, so that's US dollars, $21.16. We'll break that down. But my channel hit about 1,000 subscribers back at the end of August, okay? Early September, August 31, something like that. And since then, it's now the 19th of September, so in the last 18 days, I've got another 166 subscribers. So it is definitely growing. Now, let me break it down for you. But before I do, I want to do a huge shout out to OdysseyExtraZ. We say Z. You can say Z. OdysseyExtraZ is one of those supporters for my channel who has been encouraging me. And when I was sort of thinking, is there anybody out there? OdysseyExtraZ, who runs this gaming channel, said, you just kept encouraging me. Not the only one. Thank you so much for that encouragement, everybody who has courage. But I really wanted to point this out. So there's a link to OdysseyExtraZ's channel here, which is a gaming channel. I don't know anything about gaming. Okay, I don't play games. But if this is something that you are doing, then head over to the channel, give it a like, and subscribe, or if you know anyone else who's interested in the gaming side of things. Okay, so there'll be a link in the comments. I better write that down. Link in the comments to OdysseyExtraZ. Okay, let's get back to the and it has 106 subscribers already, which is pretty good. Well, let's see if we can build that up. 106 subscribers. Now, let's get back to the revenue. So, where do I see it? So monetization, I've got my monetization. We went through this in previous videos on how to, basically you've got the advertising happening. You can do the super chat, which I'm not doing at the moment. So it's really just ad revenue. So let's go into the analytics here. And I turned on the ads for all of my videos. In some cases, that happened less than 12 hours ago. Yeah, that's right. But most of them I did in the last maybe 18 hours or 24 hours, something like that. A little bit more maybe. Okay, so this is basically 1 day's revenue. So let's break it down here. You're seeing that I'm getting 9,000 views every 2 days at the moment. And you can see which are the top videos. When we do is jump into the estimated revenue. Now there's a lot to unpack here. Each of these indicates a video that I have posted. So that's one video, sometimes two videos, and I'm posting pretty frequently now. I click on more here and you can really dig down into the revenue numbers, which is pretty interesting. So this actually shows the revenue. So remember, this is 1 day's revenue. In fact, why don't I just hide myself? I'll just delete myself, get myself off the camera. You can hear me now, and you can see everything. And so what this says, so what happened here was I turned on ads. I got approval from Google AdSense and from YouTube, and I enabled ads. I put on every kind of ad. I don't get to determine what kind of ads get seen, but now you can see which videos are getting me the most ad revenue. Okay, so this is so the top one is how to change your Zoom profile picture. Now that's a really fascinating one. Why should that one get all of the views? Well, people, I suppose, once they click that stop video button in Zoom, they see their photo. I look terrible, and so they want to change it. Okay, they want to update it, maybe look professional, and they see themselves all the time. So that's given me $7 in revenue, estimated revenue. Now I'm not going to jump into all of the details about RPM and CPM, not in this video, because I'm still learning that stuff myself. But let me jump down. Let me go back here. Let me go over to here to this thing here, channel analytics, revenue. Right, this is really, really interesting. So this is the estimated revenue so far. So $21 for a month is not very much, but this is actually for one day in the month because I've only just turned it on. So you can see the revenue over the last 6 months. Okay, well, that's all from September. Most of it has come from ads, $21.12. YouTube premium revenue, I don't care about that. It's very, very minuscule. So that's people who pay for premium, pay not to watch my channel, not to watch the ads on my channel. And you can see that I've had, about 4,000 playbacks of monetized playbacks. So I need to see what that is. That's when a viewer is shown at least one ad impression. They see the ad when watching the video. Okay? And so that's a monetized playback, and there's a little bit more detail here. Your estimated ad revenue. Okay, so this is mainly from the Google people clicking on the ads, even if they didn't end up buying the stuff, or watching the ad right through. If it's a skippable ad and they didn't hit skip ad. Okay, so let me go back again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this thing here. So this is CPM now. So CPM means cost per mille, basically what the advertisers are paying for every 1,000 views. So think of what you're doing every time you watch a video, what you're doing for the creator. Okay, you're one of those 1,000 views. And we get to jump into all of that stuff when we go into the channel analytics. You've seen this before if you've been watching my channel. Go to see more. I get to see how many people. So each of these represents, that's 48 hours. Each of these represents 1 hour. So at 2 a.m. my time here in Sydney, 4:37, people watched it. So this is money while I'm making literally while I'm asleep. Because at that time, that's around midday or so in US Eastern, which is where my money is coming from, where a lot of the ad revenue is coming from. And 3 a.m. Saturday morning, 324. Now, typically, I know that on weekends, I know that my revenue, my viewers is always going to go down. And the reason is that this channel is primarily around Zoom, and that's more of a weekday kind of thing. Okay, on the weekends, people are not so worried about how they look on Zoom, and so that each of these valleys indicates that's a Saturday. See, okay, but then the hills, you can see that these are growing very, very nicely. And now you get to see also. Let me just jump into the revenue here. So RPM is basically okay. Well, this is revenue for me. So this is not what YouTube advertisers have got, because YouTube are going to take their cut. It's revenue per mille, per 1,000 views. Okay. Anyway, we multiply all of that out. Okay, I haven't done all the math yet, But what I can see is that my estimated ad revenue is coming from the ads, not from premium. This is really super interesting, these two things. Let me jump into it. Ad types, the skippable video ads. So what that means is, you know those ones where they say don't, like skip ad? If you don't skip the ad, if you watch enough of it, enough of the ad, then 80% of my ad revenue has come from those people who didn't skip. So those who didn't, who watched the ads, and if you've gone and actually signed up for whatever it is that they were advertising, then that's really telling the advertiser and telling YouTube, hey, this is this is a valuable channel. Okay, so the skippable ads, those ones, they're the ones that have been generating on the first day, generating the income. We'll see that over the next week or so. We'll have a much better understanding of how this all works. The top earning videos, this is really interesting. The Zoom profile pic is my most popular video. My second most popular video is this one, is how to turn your camera off. And this schedule a recurring meeting one has only really just got traction just the last few days. But that one, maybe people who are watching that are a little bit more in a business, the businessy side of things. They're more likely to watch the ad to be curious. I don't know. But I get to see which kinds of videos are not just popular, but are actually generating interest in the ads. Okay? So this is all very good. I can go down, dig down even deeper into things like, okay, so we saw this. I can dig into the gender. Now, I know that like 46% of my audience is female, okay, which is really, really interesting in terms of the demographics, because I would have thought that for a tech channel, a tech-focused channel, that might be more, well, there are more men in tech, all right? That's true. And so sometimes men take more interest in the technical side. So I'm really, really fascinated that I've got this many females, and delighted about it too. Really, really thrilled. Geography, where people are coming from. So there's no surprises here. Most of my audience, or a good 42% of them, come from the US. Hi there, everyone in the United States. And we've got some from India. I certainly see that in the comments too. When I go live, I see some people from India joining in, and I see them from some other countries. Way down here is Australia, which is where I'm from. So I'm not really hitting the Aussie audience, which is totally fine. I don't mind. Okay, so that's just in terms of the number of views. So number one is the United States. No surprises there. So Canada is 2% of my audience. Okay, great. So far what we're seeing is that it's $21 US for the first day of revenue. So that's estimated revenue. There are going to be a few adjustments and so on, but basically we're off to a great start. So I'm really, really delighted. Thank you again to OdysseyExtraZ and to all of you who have supported the channel. And it sounds like I'm it's like an Oscar acceptance speech. No, I really want to encourage you, if you are on the road to monetization, or if you want to get more comfortable on Zoom and on video in general, then and that's really what we're all doing now, then I really want to encourage you on the journey. It's a step-by-step journey, and you just set yourself some milestones along the way. You improve your thumbnails. I'm still working on those. Improve the topics that you're talking about, your tags on your videos, and just try and attract the right kind of audience for you, because they're out there for sure. Thank you again. I'll include the link to OdysseyExtraZ's channel. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? And if you are watching those ads, know that you are feeding me, my wife, and my 7 children. My 7 children, unfortunately, I've Doesn't matter how you bring up children these days, but they still insist on eating. I really have tried to convince them that it's selfish, that they shouldn't be eating at all, that they should but that's who they are. They're very, very stubborn. So you are feeding my family. And thank you to YouTube too, who is now my new client. YouTube is my client, right? Thanks again. And remember, hit that like button.